Hello there, this is SD, and we are going to do another run on our new streak. I did NGC earlier. It was very, very easy, as you would expect from such an incredibly good ship. Now we're doing an absolutely terrible ship. Engi B sucks. You have one crew member and one of the worst weapon setups in the game. You have to rely on this stupid heavy ion, which is awful. Ideally, you want to replace that with a weapon that's actually good. Then you just have to deal with having one crew member and barely any drone parts on a drone-reliant ship. But, like, you know, baby steps. We need to see about surviving this early situation. Some jumps up here that are going to be really hard to get to. I'd like to get all these nebulas, but I'm not sure that I can. Here first. Okay, we're gonna take this. If I have shield skill, I might be able to shield flash here. It's a little tight. Damn it. Well, it was a good idea, but I did not quite have the timing right. However, the Zold shield is down at least. For the second one, I'm sure I can do that. It's annoying that they hit my weapons, but... I'm venting down to below 50% oxygen to try to redirect their shots and prevent smart targeting from going after systems that are actually good. There we go. Now, you would think that with this ship only having one crew member, that getting another crew is like a really, really big deal. It's not actually. Like, it is useful. It can save you if you're, say, forced into a rock sector or something, which could kill you. But it's far, far more important to get high scrap rewards, to be able to get your shields up, to be able to potentially get real weapons and not the stupid heavy ion. Then you can worry about crew later on. So we are rejecting this surrender, blowing this ship up, because it's guaranteed to be a high scrap reward. 1923 scrap for that. We got the maximum, cool. I don't see a store, so I'm immediately getting the buffer upgrade. Yeah, with these weapons, you need 100% of your shots to hit, which we had pretty good luck in that fight in terms of our shots hitting, but you can get in really, really bad situations if you have, you know, a shot miss and you're against an early enemy that has actually good weapons when you still only have one shield bubble. You can just spiral very badly. We are going to fight this ship. You go to weapons. Evade is so small that it's generally better to just give it up. Well, the shield buffer upgrade does us a big favor there, but of course then the heavy ion misses and we need to wait for it to... Let's turn you on in case they manage to tag my shields again. There we go. The repair drone will fix the oxygen. It's one of the reasons on this ship it's quite safe to do the venting the oxygen down quite low, because you have NGs, you have multiple system repair drones. If the oxygen does get hit instead of something else, it's not a big deal. Okay. We are almost to the second shield bubble. I'm gonna just ignore these two beacons. If there's a store, so be it. I mean, there's a bunch of ones up here as well that we won't be seeing. So there's a fairly good chance we don't see a store in this sector. That is unfortunate, but there's, you know, like, in order to do it, I would have to go like this. I missed the whole of this nebula. To see these, I need to do a massive backtrack. I just want to get my stuff up, save up some scrap, and look for a good store. We can't do that request. We very definitely are not good at crew killing on this. At least not until you have a second shield. Oh god, this ship is very, very dangerous. I mean, I have to take the fight. Board me. Okay, thank God we got that down. But you can imagine, like, if my heavy ion had missed there, and then their burst 2 would come in and hit my weapons, that's a potential death situation. I might be able to crew kill this ship. They're gonna board me again. Yeah, let's try that. He's fixing weapons. Good work, repair drone. See, we didn't need to worry about trying to get crew from surrenders. We get them this way. Now, it's annoying that that's not one scrap higher, because now I can't get my shields up. But we do have a second crew member, and even though it's not absolutely vital to get that, it is still better to have the second crew member. It allows you, among other things, to be a bit more free about selling some of your drones for scrap. But yeah, I would have preferred to really to get one more scrap there, if I'm honest. Okay, well, we're getting boarded. Let's vent all the way to here. Drive into the med bay, we'll easily beat them. That's done. Now we can get our shields on. Hooray! We're now many, many times safer. I still want to keep venting to below 50%. Take both of these. Attack the pirate. Okay, we have a training ship. So, we're going to use the speed hack to get our evade training first. Let's actually put this to the maximum speed that I can put it. Now we're going to try to crew kill this, and unfortunately the method of crew killing that you have to use to do the default Engi B weapons cannot be done with speed hack. It requires a lot of manual fiddling. I will do my usual method with this, which is the first time that I get in a given run, I leave the full process in case somebody hasn't seen it before. And then if I get any other ones afterwards, I cut them out. because it is quite tedious. I'm not going to bother with shield training here, because it would take too long, and I would need 3 other crew members at least before I bother manning shields, and that's not going to happen for a long time. If ever, frankly. I do, however, want them trained on engines, pilot, and weapons. I have maximum flexibility to where people go the next time I get a crew member. I suppose actually in terms of shield training I might as well stick them in shields while one person is doing weapon training, and then I'll reverse the process, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get maximum shield training if I don't get it. If I get it, get it. If I don't, Having only level 1 engines makes it take a little bit of a long time to get your evade training against a ship that's only firing a single laser at you. 2, 1, there we go. You go on here, and you go on here. And auto fire the heavy laser. Actually, the shield training is ahead of my weapon That noise somewhat was deep on it. There. Okay, now we'll start the crew killing bit. I'm going to turn speed hack off, but I'll get the remaining shield training while trying to get the crew kill, so it doesn't really matter. So back to here. So the way that you have to crew kill on this is use the heavy laser to pop shields and then heavy ion into oxygen. This is very, very slow. It requires a lot of shots to hit in a row. My usual thing is after I've hit oxygen with ion about between 5 to 7 times in a row, depending on how patient I feel like being, I then use the heavy laser into oxygen. And yeah, because these weapons don't sink to any degree, you can't just auto-fire them. 2. Like, the heavy ion doesn't ionize it like the whole time, but the thing only just barely comes back on. Like, you can see, there the ionization has run out, and there it is. So they only get like a fraction of a second. If they have level 2 oxygen, even that fraction of a second is enough to get a fair amount of their O2 back. 2, 3. and then everything misses. Very annoyingly, you can't tell whether or not this is level 1 or 2 oxygen because we have no sensors, and both of our weapons do 2 points of damage, whether real damage or ionization damage, so you have no way of telling. Well, short of just shooting it with the heavy laser and then waiting to see how long it takes them to repair and whether they have an intermediate stage, but you know, that takes up some of their hull and you don't really have that much to play with. 1. As we've already seen, though, crew kills are quite good because you can get crew drops, which are very, very valuable on this ship. But even more importantly, you can get weapon drops. You know, this rock could be a weapon instead, but he had to be a rock instead. I suppose a rock is could be a kind of weapon, but it's not very useful in spaceship combat. Enough of them fired at the flak, perhaps. 1. But yeah, since it requires every shot to hit for an extended period of time, like, even early game ships have at least like 15, 20 per bay. 3. The strictly optimal play is to only use it this way round and never switch to hitting the system with the heavy laser, but I'm not patient enough to do that. I'm sure Mike does that. But I do not have that level of patience. I'm pretty patient with FTL stuff, but not that patient. 1. Unfortunately, anytime the heavy laser misses, the heavy ion then comes in and hits shields, and that delays when you can fire the heavy laser again. Like that. See, I could fire the heavy laser to pop a shield bubble, except there isn't one for me to pop here, so I have to wait for it to come back. Back in your normal position since your skill is maxed. This is where I actually want you. 'This strat is mostly why I don't like playing Engi B on streaks, because it's so tedious. But you really, like, it makes a huge difference. I have definitely had runs that I won that I would otherwise have lost because of weapon drops I got from this. So it is just objectively a mistake to not use it when you get the opportunity to, because that 1 in 9 weapon drop chance is so important. You saw in that previous NGC run where I got a weapon drop of the pike beam early, and that put me really just completely far ahead, above and beyond where I even needed to be with such a strong ship. But that sort of fortune is especially important on the weaker ships, which Engi B is definitely one of them. I have this as my second worst ship ahead of only Stealth B. 2. I got more than 2. I think I got 3 once. Okay, they definitely recharged all of their oxygen, even if it's only level 2. Are you fucking kidding? Oh, I actually messed the timing up there, so I'm glad that it did miss. Okay, well, 1. 3. I'm only going for 5 on this because it's taking so fucking long. 4. Damn it! I maybe hit it again and salvage some of this. Depends, I don't know whether that's level 2. Well, no, I can't, so they've definitely got it all back. Right. By the way, if you only have your initial Engi, you definitely have to man weapons to do this. And get your weapon training all the way up. Of course, the only fights you should be trying this in are ones where you'll be able to train your weapons anyways. If there is even the remotest chance of taking damage, do not use this tactic, because you will take damage. 3. 4. Ah! 1. 4. The infuriating thing is, for all I know, they have, like, their second crew member as a mantis, and I could just shoot it once or twice with a heavy laser and it would work. But because I can't see anything, because this stupid ship doesn't have sensors along with all of its other problems, I mean, that's way down the list, it's just an annoyance. But as far as I know, the intention was that you want to have the whole sort of make it feel like you're alone in the dark kind of thing, and that's the reason this ship has no sensors. But it's a real sort of insult to injury kind of situation. This ship already sucks ass. 3. 4. finally do it. Hooray, 5. Now we're going to reverse them around. Of course, we also have to hit these shots. So we're going to use the heavy ion on shields this time. And there we go. And we got a breach as well. That's really good. That's a rock going in there to fix that. I can tell that we have to slow down. Like, the oxygen in that room will have already been quite low because of the ionization. And we then put a breach in that room, which will drain it from that specific room. Yeah, I think they maybe have fixed the breach and are now going to fix the system. Or try to. It looks like. Okay, that is level 2. I think they've given up. Yep. More free rocks. You go into there. Not bad having 3 crew on Engi B and not having left Sector 1 yet. But again, I would rather have got a weapon. Oh, there's our store. Take this jump and then we hit the store. And we have a slaver. This is another ship that we can do that O2 crew kill against, but it's also a ship we can train our new crew member on. So I am going to do that. This bit I will not cut out. Although actually, maybe I'll cut this bit out as well, because yeah, I'll cut this bit out as well, because honestly, I'm going to also cut out the crew kill bit. So, I'll see you when all of this is done. Okay, training is done. I haven't gone for the crew kill yet, and I thought of something while I was away, so I thought I would, although I've decided that I will go for the crew kill, I thought it would be worth mentioning it. We know there is a store at the next jump. This is the last one we are going to be able to get before it. This is a slaver event. When you crew kill a slaver, there are 3 possible outcomes. One is a high scrap reward with some resources, which is exactly the same as blowing the ship up. If you blow a slaver ship up, you always get a high scrap reward. The second is the best option, which is a high scrap reward with resources and a random crew member. And then finally, the third option is a medium scrap reward with a choice between a mantis, an Engi, and a rock. Now, this is one of the events in the game then where it's not always the better option to crew kill, because if, say, you really need a high scrap reward as opposed to a medium scrap reward, you might want to blow this ship up in order to avoid the 1 in 3 chance that you're going to actually only get a medium reward. The actual numbers on this, because I can use it to explain my decision making here, a medium scrap reward on hard in Sector 1 and also Sector 2 is between 12 to 19 scrap, whereas a high scrap reward is between 19 to 23. That tiny bit of overlap at 19. So you have a potential swing of 11. The minimum for a medium scrap reward of 12 versus the maximum for a high scrap reward of 23. So the lowest that I can get, if I do get that 1 in 3 choice of, after crew killing, of crew member plus medium scrap, it would take me to 46 scrap. The most I would want at this store is going to be about, well, the most expensive thing that I will want in this store is probably going to be hacking or like a burst 2, which those are both 80 scrap. I would have enough to get that, although, you know, 12 obviously only takes me to 46, but I have a drone reactor booster that sells for 25 to get me to 71. I can definitely sell at least one of the system repair drones. Frankly, if I get the medium reward, I've got another crew member, which means I have 4 crew. I could probably just sell all of these. I'd probably keep 1 just so that the drone system had something to do. And if I sold 2 of these and kept, say, this system repair drone, that would get me another 32 scrap. So then I'm at over 100 and I can easily afford things. So the difference there, you know, that swing of 11 between 46 scrap that I will have if I have a medium scrap reward and get the minimum amount of 12, versus I would have 57 if I got the highest maximum reward. It doesn't make a huge deal of difference in what I can afford. There might be a corner case where it's something like it might affect my ability to buy, say, an Ion Blast 1 and hacking or something like that. I could sit here and work out all of the maths on it, but I think because I have the other system repair drone to work out, that even if that happened, I'd be able to do it. Because let's see, that would be 110. If I had 46 scrap, I could sell the drone reactor booster for 25 to get me to 71. Then I could sell 2 system repair drones for 30. That would get me to 101. And yeah, then I could sell the anti-personnel drone for 17, which would get me to 118. So I could do that. I could also afford a hacking and an ion stunner or something like that. I also have the option, if I'm buying a weapon, to sell the heavy ion, although that would not be ideal, and I wouldn't do that if I was buying an Ion Blast 1 or something like that. So, in this case, because there's not a great deal of difference in terms of what I can afford, there's no critical thresholds that I might meet, it's worth just going for the crew kill. But imagine if, hypothetically, I had already sold off some of my initial stuff. Imagine I had a ship and I wasn't able to sell anything. And suppose that I was facing this event and I had 60 scrap. There, I would know that the difference was if I crew killed, I would have any of 20, 21, 22, or 23 would get me above the threshold of 80 to afford hacking. And none of the medium scrap reward outcomes were. So if I was in that situation, it would be absolutely the correct choice here to not crew kill. But because I'm not in that case, and because I can still get away with all of any possible buying decisions I might want to make, even if I get the minimum scrap that I can get from a crew kill, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I will meet you back when that is done. Is that a mantis? That set a fire, which is annoying. I didn't want to set a fire. If the mantis is in there repairing, I just want them sitting in there repairing. Have they given up? That might have been the mantis who left. Okay, they've left now. I can't believe this. That worked on... I got 5 in a row the first try. Wyatt couldn't do that, and they've now given up. See, there I got the high scrap reward anyway, so I didn't get that 1 out of 3 medium reward, and I got, in fact, the highest amount of scrap I possibly could have got, but there was that chance to get a different amount. You can see I had put this guy on shield training. I actually had them the wrong way round, so he didn't get very much at all, but he wouldn't have got even level 1 even if he'd been there the whole time, because it ended so quickly. So, off to the store. And there's a flak 1 here. We're very definitively buying the flak 1. Get rid of the drone reactor booster, buy the flak 1. I'll keep the heavy ion just in case. Mostly for crew killing, I guess. But yeah, for the overwhelming majority of situations, I want flak heavy laser. We've gone from having a terrible, terrible weapon setup to an extremely powerful one. The refugee ship. I no longer need to vent below 50% now that I'm using flak heavy, and that I have 3 crew and all of that. It's a much better situation. They were repairing there with a Zoltan. You can tell because they got 1 point of repair back, but they weren't powering this 1 power weapon because it was being forced into there. It was only when I fired and hit piloting that they moved the Zoltan out, I think. Nice, we get a double reward. It looks like we have enough room to do 1 more jump. Let's just check. Yep, easily. We will fight the ship. They have very good weapons again. This is the second time we've fought this, but my setup is substantially better than it was the last time we fought a ship with these weapons. That's an Engi fixing. There's no way it's anything else having done it that fast. Give me my money. Nice double reward. This would be a good training ship if I hadn't actually already done my training. The one bit of training I don't have is your shield skill, except that's hard to do when the enemy has an eye on, so I'm not going to try. Okay, Rebel or Pirate? They're both 1 to 2 stores. They're both pretty reasonable in terms of scrap. Rebel is generally a little bit higher. In terms of the pathing, it's the same for Sector 3, green or red, they're just mirrored. Mostly different for Sector 4, where I could potentially have a green-green choice going north or red-red later on. I think I prefer Rebel, and I don't think there's a huge deal of difference. Rebel is quite dangerous in the middle of the game. Between about sectors 3 and 5, I'm very reticent to go Rebel unless I'm quite strong, because double drone ships are a really big spike in difficulty. But you can't fight double drone ships in Rebel Control 2. I'm pretty sure none of the events that can spawn stronger than typical ships in Sector 2 can create like auto assault ships or things like that, and the ordinary auto assault ships that get spawned this early can't have a high enough drone control system to run 2 offensive drones. So it's safe for me to take this, I think. If I hadn't got any crew, I might go to the pirate sector to try to fish for. I mean, it is generally an advantage of going to pirate sectors, is even if you don't need crew, of course you fight slavers and can get high scrap rewards. And I might do that if I knew that that everything else was fine, but that I hadn't gained enough crew. But I've gained crew. These weapons can't hurt me. I'm going to shoot at piloting. Oh, for God's sake, the rock was too slow. I should have realized that was going to be the case. Oh well. By the time I considered that possibility, it was too late to send the Engi instead. I'm back above 80 scrap, so I can easily afford hacking now, and that's without even considering selling stuff, which I still have the option to do. Good thing too, because it's an early store. Oh, I can't get anything there. I can only really get 1 more jump here. Maybe 2? We'll see. Unfortunately, there's nothing here either. Those drones are getting blown up. At least the system repair drones. Like, they won't leave the room because they have a target, even though they're suffocating. Yeah, they're both getting blown up. one more? Yeah, I can get one more, so let's do that. This would be a completely safe fight if not for the pulsar, but there is a pulsar, so it's not completely safe. If you depower your systems as an ion pulse goes off, it actually minimizes. You see there, my weapons, which were depowered, got hit there, and it minimizes the amount of damage it takes, because the damage you take from a pulsar is equal to the amount of power in the system halved, but at a minimum of 1. So if you have no power in it, you can only take 1 point of ion damage, whereas if you have loads and loads of power in the system, you can take much more. If I sell... Let's take a quick look that there's not another store. Now, I generally prefer to get hacking first instead of cloaking first, of the two, like, really, really powerful systems. But there is an opportunity to get cloaking here. I can definitely do it by selling 3 of these 4 things. Because let's see, can I do it by selling, if I sell all the drones, I can do it exactly. Because 15 plus 15 is 30, that gets me to 133, plus 17 equals 150. On the other hand, I could keep a repair drone and sell the heavy ion, and then I could get both of them, then I'd still be getting some use out of my drone control system, and the system repair drone would be there in case of emergencies. The heavy ion at the moment is mostly only serving 2 purposes. It is a way to allow me to get crew kills, and it's a upgrade if, for whatever reason, I start fighting ships with 3 shield bubbles, because Flak 1 Heavy Laser, it obliterates stuff with 1 shield bubble and is very strong against ships with 2 shield bubbles, but against ships with 3 shield bubbles you need every shot to hit, and that's not a reliable thing. But even if I get that to that point, the heavy ion is a very expensive thing to upgrade onto, and it only just barely makes it a little bit more, you know, squeezable. And I would need to spend 85 scrap upgrading my weapons enough to use that with these 2. And I wouldn't need to worry about that until Sector 4. The other thing it would be giving me would be a blue option for 1 event, but I have Engis and they give a blue option in the same event that is equivalent, so it's irrelevant. I think I'm actually going to sell the heavy ion and keep a system repair drone. Because I have 2 rocks, I'm more interested in keeping the system repair drone than the anti-personnel drone. Or am I? Yeah. And buy cloaking. I like to get, like, hacking and cloaking are the 2 really powerful systems in this game. I really feel like it's, when you have an opportunity to get one of them, you almost always should take it. Now, the thing about cloaking early, I'm much more hesitant of that than I am of hacking early, because cloaking is a purely defensive system. In this case, I feel like I can do, and it's really expensive. Like, if we hadn't got the flak, for example, or if we had got another weapon but it wasn't as strong as the flak, say we'd got a burst 1, I wouldn't be wanting to do that, because as soon as 2 shield chips come up, I would need the heavy ion, and I would need to be able to get that upgraded. But because I know flak 1, heavy 1 will last me all through Sector 3 very comfortably, I have the luxury of spending that much money. Hacking is usually a preferable first extra system to buy, because it's nearly half the price, and it actually does help you offensively. Surrender your goods. Also, because I've got rid of that, I have an excuse to not have to do the annoying crew kill stuff, because I flat out can't do the ion thing anymore because I don't have the ion. This Is that optimal gameplay? I don't know. Do I care? No. No running. Nice. We get a map. Annoyingly, a bunch of these fights are just about to get taken over, but we can go something like here, 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 up and around. The exit is also early. So we're at least getting a couple fights out of this that we might otherwise have missed, so I can't be too unhappy. Annoyingly, this is giving me a low scrap reward on the map, and of course I already have the fucking map. Let's take this out. No breaking my stuff. Yeah. 8 scrap and a map I already had. Obviously, if I'd known that this fight was going to give me that reward, I'd have gone to a different one. I'd have gone to this fight and then this one. But, yeah, you don't have any way of doing that, knowing that it's a crapshoot. We get an outpost here, so it's even out. This is a guaranteed double reward. I'm not going to try killing this by shooting the oxygen, because... I mean, I know they don't have a system repair drone. I know that because this takes 3 drone power, and that's the maximum an enemy can have this early. But I know they only have 3 humans, but I don't know what level their oxygen is. I'd be doing 2 damage at a time, which is not ideal. You generally want to take the oxygen out while doing only 1 whole damage per turn. You get the double reward. There's a chance this is manually search. It's about 1 in 3. I could upgrade my piloting in advance for it, but I'm gonna not do that. I just want to have my scrap ready so that I can snap up hacking the moment I see it. I could take the risk, but I don't want to lose my engine. If I could pick one of the rocks to do it, I would. I don't think I can dive here. I only have level 1 engines. I'd need to upgrade onto that. Like, it would be a pretty good dive, because you could theoretically go here, 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 dive. If I knew 100% this store had hacking, I would do that, because I would definitely be able to afford it there, and then I would have hacking cloaking. I wonder whether or not... Let's do some maths. Like, I generally want to have at least level 3 engines when doing a dive to be able to get out in remotely reasonable time. Here I would have that. That costs 25 scrap. And I have cloaking, so I'd be able to cloak the ASB. So let's see, 3 medium rewards would give me another 36 scrap, which would take me to 91. That's enough to buy hacking and 1 level of engines. But like, it would only be as low as that if I got literally medium reward from each one and the lowest scrap on each of them. And there's a decent chance that, you know, one of them will give me, I don't know, 19 as a higher end of medium reward, or that one of them will give me another double reward, or something like that. Do you know what? I'm doing it. I've talked myself into this being a good idea. Unfortunately, this is a low scrap reward, because these assholes are running away. Honestly, if I only just barely get enough scrap and I buy hacking at that store, it's fine even with level 1 engines. I just hack their weapons, I cloak the ASB, I might get hit once or twice, but I will survive and get out. And honestly, I could sell the system repair drone to buy an engine level if I needed to. This ship could have a system repair drone, but at any rate, I'm not going to attempt to kill. That's another reason why getting hacking instead of cloaking first is generally something that I prefer, because it means if you fight a weak sauce ship like this, you hack the oxygen here. You obviously can't use cloaking to get crew. Sometimes you might be able to use it to run an enemy out of missiles. It's safe to do that, but... Okay, we have enough scrap already to buy hacking, so we have at least, well, whatever extra scrap we get from this. I suppose the ship might run away or be another low reward. It's not. We are rejecting. We do not want rebels on our damn ship. Beam Master, he can't hurt us. We could have got a crew member from that event. Sometimes the Rebel Defector is legit and actually wants to join you. No. Okay. So we have enough to buy hacking plus at least one level of engines. And I think that's fine if that happens. Okay, there's no hacking. There is long-range scanners and a drone recovery arm here. I really love drone recovery arm. I'm very hesitant to give up on a chance to get it. I mean, at the moment, the problem with this is it doesn't do anything right now. The only drone I have is a system repair drone. You know, drone recovery arm is mostly really good for offensive drones, as we saw in the last run. And my problem is, if I don't get it here, this might be the only drone recovery arm I see for the run. But on the other hand, I might not see any offensive drones. And the big problem is, what happens if I take this, then I have to upgrade my engines for the dive, and then I jump into the next sector, and there's an immediate store with hacking. So let's see, this would take me to 44, and then I would have another 25 for upgrading my engines, which would get me to 19. I definitely am not buying the scanners here for that reason, because if I buy scanners, I can't upgrade my engines more than once. And if I could do it if I only bought the scanners, but then I'm not buying the recovery arm. I'm always buying the recovery arm over the long range scanners. I love long range scanners. They, you know, make you a lot of scrap over the long run. But drone recovery arm is actually, you know, like useful in combat in the long term, and also just really, really good. I also have the option here of buying a hull beam or a charge too as alternatives, but I'm happy with my weapons for now. Getting that. Getting these. I wish I could buy power as well, but I can't. I may just turn my weapons off from this dive, it depends on what they've got. I think I want to shoot those out. Or at least try to. You fucking asshole. Get the Engi in there. So I might as well keep these on since I can't power mine. Unfortunately, I'm probably taking 2 ASPs now. Turn these off now. Power my engines. This can only do scratch damage to me, although apparently you can somehow manage to hit me in piloting. Even though flak is really bad at hitting narrow runs. Oh no, I don't take a second ASP, so it's fine. Wow, civilian or abandoned? These are 2 very, very good choices. These are 2 of the, like, 2 or 3 highest scrap sectors in the game. There's 2 fairly large-scale attempts that have been made to gather data on how much scrap sector types give by the by. One was done by a person called Mechlaws years ago, and one was done by me. And our orders don't exactly match, but both of us have civilian and abandoned in the top 3 sectors. If I remember correctly, Mechlaw's data had civilian first and abandoned third, and mine had abandoned third and civilian second. Rebel is also quite high up there in both of our data sets. But no, I'm going civilian because this could potentially have 3 stores, and it's a little bit higher scrap, but like this is a very, very good choice. You heal. Okay, good. There isn't an immediate store. I would have been annoyed if I had seen that. I think I'm going to ignore these jumps. Well, maybe not that one, but like to see this one, I have to go here in case to see if that's a store. And the thing is, if I go here, I can never get to this jump in time. So I'm giving one jump up anyway, one way or the other. I'm giving up seeing either this jump or this jump. If I'm going to give one of them up, I want to give up the one that is the one that is in the least good place. And I'd much rather go like here, 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 and then I see everything except this jump for the first like half of the sector very quickly. I will offer my services, but they'll say no because I cannot capture ships intact. We will attack this slaver. Give me my high scrap reward. I need to rebuild my reserves so I can buy hacking ASAP. The most dangerous weapon here is probably the bomb. Actually, no. It's that. I might actually be able to get weapons here. No. I would have needed all my shots to hit. Fuck, that's an ion bomb. That is, in fact, very, very dangerous. Ow. No. Can I buy hacking with a human? No, actually. But I can. Well, I can't with 31 scrap, but I'm much closer to being able to do it than 31 scrap. I theoretically could do it by selling drone recovery arm back, which would make me sad, but I would do it. Okay, good. We've got a drone recovery. We got a drone recovery arm. We've got an outpost. Now the question is whether we cloak this missile or we cloak the burst 3. See where this is aiming. That looks like it's going at weapons. I have to cloak that. Yeah, that was aimed at weapons. You fucking asshole. Hopefully I can take this offline before it gets to fire anyway. Nope. Ow. Good. You two go and heal now. I should be waiting until the end of the fight to do this. This is another holdover of my recent, doing tournament practice, and one of the things that I try to do when doing that, because I'm trying to be as fast as possible, is when I make fight safe, I will already start going to, heal and stuff. go start repairing or whatever minor administrative task I need done. I'm gonna buy a power bar here. I still can sell the system repair drone to afford hacking here. This sees the most to go there. I also need to buy fuel and some repairs, so ideally I have a little bit more time before I have to actually see a store. I'm mostly safe here because I can just close that easily, but I might as well just shoot it down. Unless the weapons are damaged, I wouldn't be able to cloak it every single time because they get weapon manning bonuses, and that brings it just a little bit under the cloak timing. Or the cloak recharge timing, rather. No. Let's go here and then up. Sure. Doesn't really matter. Investigate and try to communicate peacefully. We do not get a free Engi, but it's fine. We have one already. This sees an extra beacon, so I guess I might as well go there. Okay, this is a chance at a double reward, and we can't take damage here, so that's a pretty nice combo. Yay, double reward. And we found the store. I'm gonna go here first because if this store sucks, I can look for a second store. I'll already be able to see if there's one here, and if there isn't, I just go down towards there. There's a vague chance there was one at that the second store was at that jump we passed. Okay, no hacking. But there is other stuff that I want. Is that a store? No. Let's see, I would like the burst laser, I would like the combat drone, I want repairs, I need all, I'm buying all this fuel, that's essential, and I want to at least repair the lair. I could pass on being able to afford hacking to buy both the burst one and the combat one. I feel like that's actually worth it. I'm going to need an offensive upgrade in the next sector, and if I pass on this now, I'm not guaranteed that I'm gonna see I'm not guaranteed to find another store in the sector at all, and if I do, I'm not guaranteed to find hacking there. So I'm gonna I could hedge my bets and buy just one of the two things, and that would be good enough, but I feel confident that I can survive getting only one. Getting both of these, and if I can't, that means I have to delay getting hacking, or even end up somehow not getting it at all. I think I can still get through. Use the combat drone in every fight because of the drone recovery arm. And in fact, let's do that here. Thank you, combat drone. I mean, the drone recovery arm doesn't work if that happens, but hey, it always wanted to be a defense drone, really. It's been a dream of it since childhood, of being able to become a defensive drone. They definitely have an Engi fixing these weapons. Get a bit more of a repair from that. combat drone up, we should be able to just blow this up before they get, well, not blow it up, but, you know, take it down before they get to use it. Thank you, combat drone. I like it when combat drones shoot at the correct system. Okay, there is another store. I can't afford hacking there without selling a bunch of stuff. I could sell like system repair and the drone recovery arm or something like that. That would make me very, very sad. Okay. I'm kind of glad it's not here. Goodbye. Now I'm definitely never selling the drone recovery arm. No. Don't take the bribe. Okay, good. Only dangerous weapon is down. We need a minute to take out the cloaking, coincidentally. No dodging. That's maximum fuel. I'm gonna actually take that. Oh, fuck. Well, we got another dive. That's fine. We've already survived one dive, so... Not bothering with trying to fight this ship. Let's get out. Don't you fucking dare snipe my piloting flak again. Much better. That should allow me to cloak the flak and the ASB. Yes, indeed it does. I think they'll probably get one more flak off. Might not actually arrive in time. No, it won't. Engi or Zoltan Homeworlds. Zoltan 4 is an unbelievably dangerous sector. Zoltan 4 is when you start seeing enemies, particularly you start seeing Zoltan bombers. And Sector 4 in general is a very dangerous sector because you see a jump up in enemy strength, and it can make a big difference. We saw in the NGC run that there was a string of enemies that had the third shield bubble, which that should only be about a 1 in 3 for enemies in Sector 4 to do that. But if you get a high roll enemy that happens to have like the max shields and high level weapons, that can be extremely dangerous. And then compounding that is the fact that Zoltan bombers are a particularly dangerous enemy type. Like, it is possible, and I have had streaks ended by ships that you fight in Sector 4 that are Zoltan bombers that have the Zoltan shield, a Combat 1 drone, a beam drone, 4 fast weapons, and 3 shield bubbles. That is a ship that you can fight. It's incredibly, incredibly dangerous. Engi Homeworlds, by comparison, can't really spawn anything anywhere near that nasty. Like, there are Engi bombers that can be quite nasty as well, but they don't have offensive drones, they only have defensive drones. They can be difficult to hurt, but they're much less likely to kill you. And they're also just much less common. So, let's go here. There's also a chance of an extra store in this sector, because Zoltan is guaranteed 2 exactly. This is 2 or 3. Okay, well, this connects up the whole rest of the sector, so Let's go here first. I guess I could go this top way, but no. I'm just gonna miss those jumps. If there's something good at them, so be it. I would want to upgrade my weapons. I can't afford to do it, but since I can put a combat drone up against 3 shield ships, I should be fine. One, two, three. Can I do this and then go there and back? Maybe. Take one jump at least. If I want to do this quest, I have to do this. And we already saw this earlier in the Engi run. I say earlier because I'm doing this on the same day. It won't be released, I imagine, on the same day. But, the reward is pretty good. I'm far less likely to be able to get the crew kill needed at the end for a double reward because I don't have hacking yet. I think I'm not going to chase that. I'll take this one, and hopefully that's not the real one, but even if it isn't, like, even if that's the decoy, it's still a fight. Okay. The game's just giving away halberd beams. Thank you. I do not have 2 jumps. I have to go to the store. I can sell the halberd beam for hacking if I need to. I could sell the burst one instead, but I can get the burst one online faster. It means I don't have to go beyond weapons 5. It's a quicker weapon, which is nice with offensive drones. Nah, I'm getting rid of the halberd beam. By hacking. Cool. Now we move forward. We are going to just want upgrades for quite some time now. We want cloaking 2 and hacking 2. We want weapons 5. We want drones 4. We want an absolute shitload of power. Oh, yuck. I am going to free you because that's quite nasty. That room's going to drain of oxygen and then I'll start taking suffocation damage. Hack to desync these weapons. The way you can get them out quicker is to have somebody on the outside punching the door from the other side as well. And that way you're not relying on just one person. I've lost crew before by having pilot hack and then an ion intruder drone lands on you, because then the ion pulse goes off, you get stunned in a room with no oxygen. It's always quite nasty when that sort of nonsense happens. I'd like to keep that thing down so that I don't have my piloting broken, but if I take 1 damage because piloting goes down, so be it. I think I should be able to avoid that. Cool. The fight with a free pre-battle engine hack always gives a random scrap reward, so it can be low, medium, or high, and sometimes you just get rubbish like that. 18 scrap in Sector 4. Ugh. I have so many drones that just in any fight is remotely relevant. I'm just using them. I don't really need to in this fight. Get a combat drone up to just finish this a little bit faster. Holy shit! Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I don't need the burst one anymore. And if I'd kept the halberd beam at this point, I would be jettisoning that in favor of the burst two anyhow. So all's well that ends well. Let's buy power bar first. I'm now going to want weapons 4 next, and then cloak 2, hack 2. Loads of power. Let's buy all the fuel. Yeah, explore the asteroids and get nothing. Nope, put that out. This is the decoy, unfortunately. We see that comma. Also, this idiot has level 3 shields, which is quite frustrating. I'm going to hack piloting here so I can blow that up. Then I can guarantee my shots all hit anyway. Can I take that missile down? No! Ignore and attack. You may die. That's a pretty nice dodge. They would have absolutely got away if that hit. Nice. Give me free stuff. I like ion bombs, but with what I'm doing, I really, really don't need that. One moment. Yeah? Yes? Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my god, it's hot in here. Okay, we're going to open those windows. Do something with that plastic bag.
Yes.
You've got them in the thing, haven't you?
Okay, girl.
Let's open these windows, shall we? As the cat's shut in.
Do you want to bring this down then if the cat shut in? I didn't know what her status was, so I was keeping the leash just in case she decided to come and have a nose in here.
Hang on, let me do this.
I needed to control an excited good girl.
You should have opened these.
I closed them because the cat was wandering.
Ah, they need to be left on some sort of thing. It's hot as hell in here.
Yeah, I know that.
Poor dog. Must be gasping. That and the computers.
She's from Thailand. She's fine.
Crockery first, please. I'm making a coffee and I'm going to bed. That's a good girl, and she needs a lot more maintenance. It's fun out. So there wasn't a very good bag, because usually they have
one did not have something that I looked for something like that, but I couldn't see it, so. Yep. Okay, we're back. Let us continue. Okay, we have two unenviable choices here. Zoltan 5 is quite dangerous for all the same reasons I enumerated when discussing Zoltan 4. Admittedly, we now have cloaking and hacking, and we didn't do that then. The Rock Homeworlds is dangerous because we could hit the Rock Live Mine, which has a chance to cost us crew unavoidably. But the chance to lose crew is less dangerous than the chance to just lose the run, so I'm going to take this. But I'm not terribly excited about this. Rock is both versions of Rock, both controlled and Homeworlds are exactly 2 stores. I'm going to take a jump or 2 before we hit there. I have stuff to sell, so it is worth going there. This has a chance to get a Rock crew member, but this is a guaranteed fight, and I already have Rock crew members. Give me a fight. Let's actually hack piloting here. Guarantee shots hitting. When you only have level 1 hacking, piloting is quite a good hack. You can't really cloak hack cycle with only... Oh, I'm venting the wrong word. You can't really cloak hack cycle with only level 1 hacking. Let's vent these idiots towards my medbay. Buy your life, you have to give me a burst 2 or something like that. Have you not been watching the rest of this run? Okay, let's take Distress and then Store. I know Distress cannot be the Rock Live Mine. So, oh cool, we have an Engi blue option here. That gives a high scrap reward. I think this is a better one, but it's pretty random because there's only ever exactly 2 stores in this, so visibility is not really that important at this point. It's not like I'm going to be able to see another store, so it's completely random which path is preferable. I could go store, backtrack, store, but I mostly want to store to sell stuff, so I'm not concerned about hitting multiples. I could buy a weapon pre-igniter, but it's not worth the expense. Like, these weapons are incredibly fast anyway. I'd rather just do something like this. I'm now very, very safe, and then I start working on upgrading my weapons and my drones. And my reactor. If I had a Crystal crew member, I would be going to the secret sector here, because this is the event that does that. I would have a blue option, but unfortunately I don't. We're going to just scrap the ancient device. Indeed, no one will miss it. Get this heavy laser online. This fight we will cloak hack cycle like a motherfucker. I suppose the other thing I would want in a store right now would be a backup battery, but I have time for that. Whoa, those are some dangerous weapons. This ship will also be getting cloak hack cycled. wait until after they cloak. Shot the doors for some reason. I was gonna shoot piloting. Whatever. You're not coming back from this. Buy 2 power bars so I can easily power that whenever the hell I want. This is the Rock Homeworld quest. It sucks. These are purely cosmetic, by the way. They do exactly the same thing. There's no fucking way I'm going there. I mean, I can dive with wild abandon, but... You can have 15 missiles. Wee, a repair arm. If I get a scrap recovery arm, I can have a full arm build. The repair arm repairs you every time you make scrap, except it removes some of your scrap to do that, so this really isn't ideal. Wonder if I can kill this. Nah. Not worth buying. These weapons are a little dangerous. Those weapons were both individually capable of hurting me. Also, just give me more scrap so that I can upgrade my systems. Get that online. We are attacking the ship with conspicuous pirate markings. You can actually, I believe this is the one that you can actually decide to, you know, hail them and you get a chance to potentially buy drone equipment. But they get really pissy at you if you don't buy anything. I only know about this from having seen other players pick that, because I've never picked the option myself. I always take the fight. I did not see what that surrender offer was, but it looked like it had an item with it. Can I dive here? It looks like I can go like here, here, here. I don't care about this quest. This is just a fight in a solar flare that puts up a quest marker later where if you really want rock plating, you can get it. It's not generally worth it. I generally just blow up the rock ship. My main concern is my incredibly low fuel. I'm not worried about the content of the dive at all. I've had multiple of them. I think it's still worth it. Strip the ship, give me some free stuff. It's not very much free stuff, mind you, but... Oh, I can't actually get that. It's only 2 jumps. Oh well. The nice thing about multiple combat drones is once you've taken the shields down the first time, they never really fully recharge. Unless they can cloak. We're up to full health now. So the repair arm will stop stealing our scrap. We just shoot their shields, our combat drones can kill them while we're close. That will give me fuel. Hooray! Unfortunately, we did not have anyone on engines there, which reduced our evade. I don't know whether that's why we got hit, but regrettably they've hit us in the worst possible spot, really. Slug or slug? The only real difference between these two sector types is the slug home has a chance to get the slug homeworld quest, except doing the slug homeworld quest requires you to accept a slug surrender, which you should not do. So let's not do that and let's go to the slug controlled sector. You know, they have the same number of stores, they're basically the same in terms of scrap in my experience. It's just... if you want to do the Slug Homeworld quest for some reason, you have to go to a Slug Homeworld sector and be prepared to get very frustrated. I'm buying the second level of Medbay in case I get the Worrying Radiation event, which is the most dangerous event in slug sectors. And since we only have 3 crew and no mind control counter, it could be particularly dangerous for our ship. I would not want to have to... we could counter it with hacking, but then we might have a dangerous fight with no hacking. This is a coffin ship. I might be able to crew kill it, but... yeah, I can crew kill this. There's a fire in there. They only have 1 slug in that part of the ship, and they're distracted trying to fix the shields anyway. So we're going to shoot oxygen, and they have no way to ever fix it. There we go. No. Yeah, they're never fixing those weapons anyway, so we just have to wait. And we're gonna slightly increase the speed here, just to... I'm not increasing it as much as I have on previous ones, because on the off chance they somehow ever manage to fix this, I don't want to suddenly start taking damage. There we go. Okay, it looks like unless it's right there, there's no non-nebula store. With slug sectors, both homeworld and slug controlled, there are always 2 stores within the nebula, and there's a 50-50 chance of a non-nebula store. Let's go get a glimpse at that last non-nebula jump. Nope, there isn't one, so there's no non-nebula store in this sector. I'm still going to go there. Distress beacons in slug sectors, there's a fair number that you can get a slug crew member from, which would be very helpful. This is not one of them, unfortunately, but we get a fight. One moment. Okay, we're back. Well, we didn't get any fuel from that, which is annoying. Yeah, let's do that. Slug 6, you can get ships with 4 shield bubbles. You might even... Can 5 shield bubbles turn up in Sector 6 Slug, or is it only Sector 7? I can't remember. Regardless, they can have higher than normal shielding. We are absolutely hacking the fuck out of those minions. Let them fire the first one and then engage the hack. Go. Looks like another. There we go. Well, that's fleeing. However, this slug is probably going to burn to death. Because, yeah, they're trapped in that room. Just make sure they live. The ship can't burn down because they don't have enough rooms to do that, so... Speed hack time. No. Killable as well. It certainly looks like it. That's a lot of fire in a locked central room. Yeah, because they're going to do dumb stuff, like if there's fires in the teleporter, they're going to do dumb stuff like go to try to put it out, and then they'll get stuck. And then they boarded me with their only Engi. Look now. Yeah, you're suffocating. I'm not turning speed hack on here because I want to be able to respond if necessary, but I think they're just going to suffocate before they can even get to that room. Maybe this one gets there. Nope. And we see a storm. I'm going to go right there rather than trying to maximize jumps, because if this store sucks, I want to be able to find a second one. I also want to get rid of this repair arm. I really do not need it. Cool. Okay, we can have back-to-back triple offensive drone runs. Go here, let's seize the entirety of this corner, because I would like to buy more fuel. That's a really bad location. Oh no, I'm not going there. I'm taking these jumps. Yeah, cool. We get some free power. I mean, I would prefer fuel. Just let that. We can kill this ship very fast. Means we can't crew kill, but then there's no point in crew killing this fight anyway. Any of the events where you get like pre-battle hacks on things like oxygen or doors and slug sectors, they don't give you any more crap for a crew kill because of the nature of the event. Would you like payment? No. There's a chance that that turns into a fight when you select that option. Sadly, we did not get it. We're going to jump into the next sector and be stuck on 1 fuel. Well. Oh well. We're going to go to Engi just to minimize the chance that we have stupid nonsense happen if we run out of fuel. Going to an uncharted nebula with only 1 fuel is precarious. We wouldn't die if that happened. We would just kill a dive ship, but it would waste a lot of time. Yeah, we can cut the ship out. Cool. Gonna get my shields up first, actually. Given this ship is running, although this is... Actually, those weapons are incredibly dangerous, and also this isn't a real... Although they're running away, this is an anti-soft lock measure, so they're not running with any kind of speed. It takes a very, very long time for that to run out. You just get in there and just open everything up except this little bar. The fuck? What the fuck is that? I have to. The 2 burst lasers are actually more dangerous than this missile. Or at least equally dangerous. But this is very fucking... What the fuck is your evade? This ship is a fucking ninja. Thank you. I mean, if this wasn't an anti-soft lock event, they already would have got out. Okay, good. This. Good, they're piloting it. I probably should have accepted that, but it didn't. But that was the wrong decision. I just snap rejected that. Buy all that so I can get out of the sector. This is enough for 100% cloak evade. Actually, I should have done that earlier. Let's make this fast by shooting shields. My drones can now rip them to fucking shreds. Getting annoyed with all of this boarding shenanigans, I'm gonna upgrade my doors. Since we haven't got any crew other than the 2 rocks that we got way back in Sector 1. Beam drones can't miss. Cool. Would have been nicer to get a double reward, but that was a pretty good single reward, I guess. Get the cloak. 3rd level. I'm not sure I need to hack here, but I'm going to because I have loads of drone parts. Let's sell that repair arm. Yes, I did. Give me free stuff. Pull the pilot and damage as many systems as we can to do that. There we go. Stealth weapons. And this particular combination allows you to do some very silly things. These are my 2 favorite augments in the game. They allow you to do completely different sort of stuff. Should I buy like 1 fuel? I think I might go here, here, there, maybe even to there and then back. Board the station. This has a chance to lose crew. Both of these top 2 options, so we're just going to take that and get some scrap. Slave ship. Blow it up. Give me my high scrap reward. Okay, so here's the thing that I've discovered. Oh, fuck's sake. Here's the thing I've discovered due to trying to finish runs really fast that you can do when you have these 2 augments. You can win fights real quickly that way. To max my reactor out to be able to meaningfully use all of these. Okay, we have a blue option. We're diving, but who cares? Unfortunately, they'll probably go into piloting. To Sector 8. I got a point of damage on my weapons room, but I don't care. It's getting fixed before it's ever relevant. Defense 2 drones is kind of annoying, but they can't deal with this amount of DACA. Give me hold power. Let's take a repair station to get me some drones, although I'm not sure if I actually need that. Let's get this in case of an oxygen hack in the first phase. Should I take another one just because this is guaranteed scrap? Nah, this seems to have better connections. Let's go here. Pretty close. Yeah, you can try to run. You don't have very much time. Unless I get like a really good double fort, I'm not getting the fort shield. But it's no, I'm definitely not now, because I have to multi-dive just to get there. Okay, that actually no I don't, because that connects directly. So take this. Explore the asteroid field, get some free stuff. Get a buffer for my shields. I'll get the max level of doors before I actually fight the flagship final phase. I need to hack the weapons because I can't cloak these missiles, so I need to be able to keep it for the ASP. Fortunately, we have stealth weapons, so I can keep firing while we are cloaked. Let's just get out of here. We're almost to a kill, but that ASP is going to hit us if we don't get it. These two are badly injured enough that the rock can just take them down. Nice work. More dodges than I would like to see. By the way, you can drop your shields for the first ion that phase 1 does, and let it just go through because it doesn't line up with their other weapons. Take their cloak. I could go through there, it's not worth it. It's likely to get taken over anyway. You guys go and heal. Yeah, I know when I mentioned back when we were doing shield training, well, we might not be getting more crew than we did, and well, we've ended up with the 3 that we got way back in that sector. We never got any more. So we've never manned shields, other than for training purposes. We don't need level 3 cloaking for this. Got tagged there somehow because our dodges were awful. I suppose it makes sense. The dodges were awful. this phase is going to be annoying, so they're going to mind control one of my crew, which when I only have 3 crew is kind of a problem. However, we can just DPS them down because our damage is just insanely high. Their Result and Shield is going to once again get ripped apart like tissue paper. Then we can always do retreat maneuvers if we need. Let's put real power in our hack. Since we have stealth weapons, we'll be able to continue to fire while we cloak. I didn't do a good job on that. I didn't cloak as late as I possibly could have. But it doesn't matter because that is quite early. Compare that to the NGC one, where I did a better job of cloaking at the right moment, so by NGC standards, that's Engi B standards rather, that's quite an easy run. Decent score. Nothing particularly enormous, but good. And it was always very fun to get. I always love getting drone heavy loadouts. We've had 2 in a row now. So, are we going to get NGA as our next ship just to complete the trilogy? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1, go. No, we've got Mantis B next. So my first time back using a boarding ship for a while. I haven't used as many of those doing tournament practice, although I do still use them occasionally because they're slow ships. But I have had to practice them occasionally because they might get called on. So, we'll be doing Mantis B next time out. I hope that you enjoyed the run, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.